Welcome to Sweet Soul Pilates. Please remember to engage your core, protect your spine, breathe, and be sweet to you. Today we have a 14-minute core and glutes mat Pilates sequence. So you'll come down onto your mat, onto your hands and knees, and we'll take a child's pose stretch as we open up today's class. And then let's roll ourselves to seated, sitting back on our feet. And we'll raise our arms overhead, pulling our arms from side to side. And we'll come back onto our hands and knees for some cat-cows as our timer begins. And now we're going to come down onto our left forearm, extend our right leg, and we're going to take some rainbow taps. So we're taking our leg up and around to the sides of our mat, really lifting in the glutes, nice and controlled here. And we'll stay in this position. What we're going to do next is just take some leg extensions. So extending our right leg back and pulling it back into center without bringing your leg back down to the mat completely. Again, you're just extending your right leg and bringing it back to center to repeat. And we'll come up onto our hands. We're going to take some hip circles on our right leg, beginning in the direction of a hydrant. So we're going to open up that leg and swing it around, taking hip circles in this direction. And in a moment here, we'll take that the other direction. So starting with a kickback and swinging our hips around the other way. Nice and controlled here. And you're kicking back and up, taking hip circles in this direction. And now we'll come back down onto our left forearm. We're going to take a hydrant on that right leg, extend, back to hydrant, and close to repeat. So again, we're opening to a hydrant, extending our leg back, back to hydrant, and close. This is your reminder to breathe. Exhale through any difficulty. And now we'll take everything over to the other side. So now we're coming down onto our right forearm, extending our left leg for some rainbow taps. So again, we're lifting and tapping the edges of our mat, creating an arch with our leg. And staying in this position, we're going to extend that left leg and bring it back into center and extend back to center. And now we'll come onto our hands and knees. We're going to take hip circles on our left leg this time, starting in the direction of a hydrant. So we're opening up our leg and swinging it around. Nice and controlled hip circles here. And now we'll do the same in the other direction. So still working that left leg. We're going to kick back and up, taking hip circles in this direction. Again, nice and controlled. Remember your breath, remember your core engagement. As if you're pulling your belly up towards your spine. And let's roll our wrist for a moment here. We'll be coming back down onto that right forearm. And we're going to take a hydrant on our left leg, extend the left leg back to hydrant and close to repeat. Now we'll swing ourselves around to a seated position, and then keeping our legs bent, we'll lay flat. And we're just going to take a moment here to rotate our wrist in one direction and the other. We spent a lot of time on our hands and our arms, so we'll just take some flexibility in the wrist here. And now we'll place our hands behind our head, bringing our legs up to tabletop. And we're going to take some alternating elbow to knee with a leg extension. Bicycles, if you will, but nice and controlled, so you're focusing on each tap, bringing your elbow to your knee. Remember your breathing, your core engagement, and again, lots of control. And go ahead and hug your knees in. We'll be returning to tabletop with our hands behind our head. We're going to extend our left leg and lift our left leg up and back down to the mat. That right leg is still up in tabletop. Head slightly lifted off the mat for a little extra challenge. If at any point you need to bring that right leg down, feel free. Otherwise, you'll keep it lifted as you're raising that left leg up and down. And go ahead and bring both of your legs back down, but we're hopping right back in to do the same on our right leg. So we'll come up to tabletop, extend our right leg, and lift up towards the sky. Keeping that left leg in tabletop. Again, slight lift off the mat from your shoulders. And now we'll extend both of our legs, and we'll extend our arms overhead as well. And we're just going to take some gentle lifts, bringing our chin to our chest, shoulders slightly off the mat, and back down to repeat. So you're engaging your arms here as you lift yourself up just a little bit, working those upper abs. And go ahead and bend your legs. We'll place our hands behind our head. And we're going to bring both of our knees up towards our chest as we lift ourselves off the mat from our shoulders. This is our last move for the day, so let's finish strong. And go ahead and hug your knees in. And let's hug our knees in again as we roll ourselves up off the mat. And we'll come to a seated position, sitting on our feet. And we're going to bring our arms overhead 4 times. Taking some deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And we'll go ahead and give ourselves a hug, crossing one arm over the other. And we'll switch sides. And then let's tilt our head from side to side. We'll roll our wrists a little bit. And that is all for today. I will see you all soon.